What's up, guys? Welcome back. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go over these two bags today. These are my two bags that I use for troubleshooting on a regular basis. I did a video on this toolbox. Go check it out if you didn't see it. A lot of you guys like this, so I figured I'd follow it up with one like this. I have two bags. One is a troubleshooting bag, the one that I just grab with me and just go directly into the job. They tell me minimal details just to figure out what the issue is. If I can fix it with that, great. If not, I move on to something a little bit bigger, especially if I can't work outside where my van is at. I'll take this bag with me. But let's start off with that. Usually it's tied off with this little bungee cord. That way none of it falls over. Those of you guys who live in a van and use the van on a regular basis know how bad that is. When you go accelerate, all this falls over and all your tools end up inside your van. But without further ado, let's take this. Whoops, off camera, I just noticed that. This is, I believe, the Husky 18-inch or 20-inch roll bag. It has the handle with some wheels to roll. You can put your little badge back here or whatever it is you need. A couple little loops back here. I don't use this very much. All right, let's go to the front. Actually, on the sides you have a few small pockets. I have like a pair of channel locks, some basic, I believe these are Doyle or some other brand, nothing crazy. This is the one that's the one that gets abused a lot. 45-degree needle nose, long. I believe I have a tool that fell, am I right? Yes, it is. There you go. Long, double reach. I forgot what brand this was. Duralast. I picked this up at AutoZone. I needed something to get into like a little tight hole, and only these double hinge ones can provide like enough reach and opening. That way you can pull something out. So cool to have. They have other brands that you can go with. I know Snap-on and all of them sell some crazy ones, but I barely use the thing, so something like that is great. Back here on the side, let's see what we got. This is the all-in-one like needle nose, strippers, bolt cutters, electrician style tools. I've been having this for a very long time. I forgot when I got this. I believe I was still doing elevators when I had it, but it served its purpose. It cuts wires, it strips them. You can use it as a needle nose. You can use it as a reamer if you need to ream some pipes. Trying to get that in focus. Cut a couple screws. I forgot what the measurements are on. Let's see if I can get it on camera focusing. It's pretty worn. No idea. But these are the Milwaukee ones. They're great. They're a good general purpose one. So if you need one tool to do a lot, this is actually a good one to have. It doesn't beat dedicated strippers or anything like that, or dedicated needle noses. But for an all-in-one, very good pickup. Next, we have, I believe these are Doyle. These are crimpers and cutters. Let me double check that for you guys if I can see it. Oh, I'm lying. These are Klein tools. Of course. Klein tools. Let me try to get good focus on here. There you go. Nope, you can't see it. Whatever. These are Klein tools. Those of you guys who are in the electrical trade know that Klein tools are one of the better ones out there. Good brand to have. Good crimpers. Always need a good pair of those. Some general scissors from Milwaukee. Good. They don't really, not too sharp, but they get the job done. A battery connector. I believe this is proprietary. I forgot what brand this is. But everybody that does forklifts and does connectors needs one of those. This is the Icon, like dikes, kind of. No, not dikes. Flush cutters, I believe they're called. Cool, pretty tight. You know, there's not really loose. You can't really finesse it, but it's a cool cutter. It's nothing crazy. I don't use it a whole lot, but it is a good one for the brand. Rusting out a little bit, if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can get that focused. Nope. Well, this camera thing sucks. Whatever. Moving on. So we have the 1/2-inch gear wrench. This was actually in that bag for a while, but seeing as I have the Icon all-in-one, there's really no point for this one, so I just put it in this bag. That way I have an extra one. This is a typical reach and flashlight tool. I got this actually as a gift. Let me close it. I'm trying to close it off screen, but can't really close it all the way right now. It's a flashlight. It's dead right now, but AAA battery. You extend it out, reach whatever you need to reach. It has a magnet at the end, grabs it. Cool little tool. Something that you can pick up probably at any checkout. I believe my sister-in-law got this for me as a gift for Christmas. It's probably not the flashiest tool I have, but I use it a decent amount. So shout out to her. What else we got? We got some picks, long picks. We have some punches in there, I believe. This is an extra punch. Yes, this is the main punch I use to take out the securing bolts. All right, sorry for the cut there. I don't know if you heard the truck pulling up. That's one of the normal guys here. We pulled me over and just wanted to have a little conversation. But this punch is the punch I use on a regular basis to take out the roll pins on load wheels. Actually, the job that I'm waiting for parts for. What else? Another reach tool with a little flashlight. No need to pull that out. It's just a little simple Duralast one, I believe. Yeah, Duralast. This is an inspection mirror with a little light. I believe the light is dead. Nope, it works. Boom. Good to have to inspect stuff. Another random pick on the side. In here, this is usually on the side. I think I just tossed it in here during a job. But these are the Icon hex keys. Everybody should have a set of hex keys, normal ones. The combination ones that like all come in like the Swiss Army thing are cool to have for quick stuff, but majority of the time you're gonna catch yourself reaching for one of these because you're gonna need that reach. Definitely pick up a set of these. They're good. They have the multicolor ones if you like that. Cool little set. Over here is a Irwin set of punches. This has a little bit of everything. Keep that on there just in case. These are Crescent snips, I believe. Yeah, I got the flush cutters and the small needle noses in here. Those are the type of things you need. So whenever like you reach for stuff, or zip ties specifically, those of you demons out there that cut the zip ties horribly, not a cool setup. A big punch to take out a lot of my axles. This is flat by now. It used to be a chisel, but it's flat. All right, sorry for the other cut. One of the guys rolled up as well again. I'm well known in this place. I come here a lot, so they like to talk. A pair of aluminum shears, little aluminum cutters. Good to have sometimes whenever you need to cut some stubborn pieces of sheet metal that's sticking out. And that's it for the outside. I generally put a little bit more if I'm walking somewhere for a job. Oh, I didn't go deep into this one. Electrical tape, some small zip ties when I'm troubleshooting, the small Icon screwdrivers, the stubbies, the flat and the Phillips, some marking tools whenever you're doing stuff. Blue Loctite, you can never go wrong with that whenever you find loose bolts. A box cutter, some plugs, so that way if I'm doing a hose real quick I can just plug it up, keep it moving. And that's it for the outside. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this thing. So open this up nice and wide so you guys can see. This is actually out of place. Yep, because I used it. And this is out of place. Let's try to organize that. This is actually a tool bag that gets used. All right, so on this side we have the Icon Phillips and flatheads. I got these not too long ago, but they are a really good set. I really like them. As you can see, I do use them. I do abuse them. It's not like these are babied. And they're really good. Highly recommend these things. A little pricey, but better than the Snap-on prices. So if you need a good quality of screwdrivers, this is the way to go. This is awesome. I had the Milwaukee American-made ones. They're actually in the toolbox that you guys previously saw the video. And if you didn't, go back and see it. But these are great. I love the little triangle handles. Very ergonomic, feels good. You can put your, I believe, 10mm on this one. That way you get a little more torque if you have to. Or have them separated with Phillips and flats on one side. I have a regular 3/8 gear wrench ratchet, 90 tooth. Good to have. The Icon, like swivel, I believe it's called, or all around. Cool ratchet because you can use it for like a regular ratchet, and you can also use it as like a nut driver in this direction. So that way, a little speedier. The head is a little big. That's why I have the other ones in there. But cool little ratchet to have. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I do. I use it more than I actually expected. Definitely pick it up. Good quality. A random, I believe, Pittsburgh. Oh, sorry, off camera. A Pittsburgh breaker or something like that. It's an extendable. You press the button, you extend it out, collapse it, make it shorter, get the torque you need. Small, compact, enough for me to put in my bag. That way if I need a breaker, at least I have something. If not, I run out and get my other stuff. Adjustable. This is a Basic Husky, I believe. Yep, Basic Husky. This should be in another pocket, but Milwaukee vice grips. This gets used and abused. Usually I clamp this down on a rope on my punches. They get stuck and I hammer away at it to kind of pull stuff out. But hey, it's holding on. It's pretty good. For it getting hammered all the time, you can never go wrong with a pair of vice grips. This is, oh, sorry for the noise. This is the cheapo Pittsburgh big wrench set. As you can see, I cut them to make them service wrenches and I grinded them down so it doesn't cut up my hands. I use these for when I do pumps and stuff like that, or if I need to tighten certain big bolts. This is usually the sizes I have, and a 1.5 as well, but I think I put it somewhere else. This one, same thing, just bigger. Same abuse as the other Milwaukee one. Handles are starting to come off, but for it being hammered all the time on a constant basis, and I had this for a while now, not too bad. This is the Icon Knipex ripoffs, I believe they are. Great setup to have. I mean, great setup, great wrench to have. Adjustable, good for just about everything. Pumps, smaller stuff, anything that I need to like guess what the size is, I usually pull this out, try to get it with this, and if I can't, then I go and get dedicated wrenches for it. But really cool wrench. As you can see, it gets abused, little breaker bars on them all the time. It's held up very well, good quality, highly recommend. Pick this up if you're at Icon. I mean, if you're in Harbor Freight. Icon is an overall good brand. Those of you guys hating on it is just because they used to be cheap. I will admit that a lot of the stuff was horrible. Nowadays, this Icon stuff is super high quality. If you're a professional, pick it up. Great warranty. If it breaks, just get another one. If you're a DIYer at home, super high quality tools to not break the budget. Pick up the Icon stuff. All right, it's regular, like, what is this called? Cat's claw or something like that. Stanley breaker. This is used for just prying stuff and just random times you might need it. Good to have in the toolbox, tool bag. Icon pistol grip needle noses. Catch myself using these more than I expected. I thought this was a gimmick. Picked it up just because everybody was like comparing them, and I actually use them a lot. Like, there's a lot of times where you need this like angle to be able to grab certain stuff so you can see and grab it at the same time, and it's ergonomic and comfortable. Cool little needle nose. Whoop. This way we have a pair of linesmans. These are the Milwaukee USA made ones. Great, smooth action. They cut. They're linesmans. They're used exactly for what you think they are. Electricians use these on a regular basis. As far as my job sites, I really just use them to like grab stuff. Sometimes I use it to flatten. They all have their usage. Put that in there. A couple zip ties. Let's move that out the way. Let's pull this back. I do want to get a 3/8 sets, but so far I got the 1/4 inch one from Icon. Sorry about this, trying to get it on camera. This is the service kit. It is used on a regular basis. Cool set. They're set in foam. You can pull these out. You can pull this out, singles, whatever you need. So if I'm on a job site where I know I'm just using metrics, usually I'll just pull the metric out with my ratchet and go with that. My biggest complaint is this box is way too damn big. Way too big. Look at all this excess plastic here. I get why they're doing this so it could be robust, but this is excessively big. And I look at the 3/8 one and actually a little worried to get that one just because there's not much room here. That takes up a good chunk. So my biggest complaint is the box. I'm going to try to see if I can 3D print one. Over here I have my, let's go a little deeper in. This was picked up not too long ago. This is the G2 ratchet from Icon. What is there to say? This is awesome. For the price I paid for this, absolutely amazing. Some of you guys probably think I'm just stroking Harbor Freight's ego right now. They make good stuff now. Do not sleep on them. You want a high quality ratchet without breaking the bank? This is it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Again, sorry for the cut again, but somebody came up, talked to me. Don't really want to get them on video, on camera. All right, so we already spoke about this. Next up is my wrench set. This is the ones that get used very regularly. You're gonna see by the abuse of the bags, as you can see, it's already poking through the bottom. I need to get a new bag of these. These are the Tech Thin bags. It's lasted me a very long time. And when I say these get used and abused, these get used and abused. These are non-stop working. I can't even get this one out. Try to do that by hand. Yeah. See, Mrs. is not really a sewer, but I'm gonna see if she could probably figure something out, sew that up, or I'll just buy another one. These are the Icon metrics. These are not over here. These are some miscellaneous gear wrench, I believe they are. 6 and 8 millimeters. Toss those there. Same thing goes for this 9 millimeter. I think it's the Icon one only starts from 10 to 19, but there is no skips, which is cool. 10 millimeter, probably the most common one used. Fantastic wrenches. I have probably other videos on these reviews, on these wrenches, sorry, and a review video on these wrenches, and they're amazing. Amazing, super high quality, beyond abused. These things are in my hands probably 90% of the time. Great tool. Pick these up. If you like wrenches and you need wrenches, this is the ones that you need. This is the standard set. Standard set goes from 3/8 to 3/4. Again, same thing, same quality. The length on them is great for the torque. I can't say enough about them. If you want to see more, go to my other video. Right, sorry for the cut again. Another person. This is actually the time where they start leaving their meetings and going to their spots, so they're going to be coming in and out, and I don't want to get anybody on camera that doesn't need to be on camera or want to be on camera. So that's that. Push that to the side. Let's get into the troubleshooting bag. Ugh, a little heavy. So troubleshooting bag. This is actually a tackle bag. I bought this at Dick's Sporting Goods. Close that up before something falls out. Bought this at Dick's Sporting Goods. It came with a little container in here that you'll see later. It's a tackle bag. I forgot what the brand is, but here it is. If you guys want it, it's over the shoulder strap bag. That way I can just grab this, put it over my shoulder, walk in, and I have everything I need to kind of troubleshoot. And also the clip is reversible. I can put it on the other side. All right, let's start from the back forward. This is gonna be kind of hard to do with one hand. Let's see. Back here, this is the tackle box that came with it. I have a bunch of connectors and fuses in there. The Icon meme tool kit, you guys have seen multiple times, and if you haven't seen my videos on them, definitely go back and look at them. Some 3D printed handles on here. Cool set to have, highly recommended for troubleshooting. Some Maddox back probe kit. And down here is, hold on, let me move that out the way. Shake, 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 shake. Come on. One-handed is so hard. All right. This is the other Icon meme toolkit with the sockets. This is why I say I don't need the 1/4" ratchet in here. This does just about everything I need. And if I need that ratchet, I can always come back and get it. Great kit. Again, if you haven't seen the video on that, go back and look at it. Let me try to close this. Oh, it's so hard. Sorry, guys. There you go. The next pocket we got, sorry for the shaking of the video, this is wild. Oops, opened up the wrong pocket. Next pocket we have, this is really a sunglasses pocket or something like that. I use it for my my tool for batteries. This lets me know the specific gravity, basically the acid levels and all that. My little scope kit in here. Usually this flashlight, which is not in there now, gets thrown in there. Close that up. Next pocket, this is probably the main tool pocket. Open this up. Few things I have in here. Right now it's a little bit of a mess because I've been using it. Knipex, great tool. Highly recommend this. Everybody get one of these. I love these things. All right, another cut. Basically, I ran out of storage. All right, so like I said, these Knipex, fantastic. Pick them up, great. Definitely get them. I'm gonna try to get as many of these as possible. I'm gonna get the smaller ones. I'm in love with these Knipex, fantastic. I lost my other ones. This is probably the third one I've got. And previously I had a pair of the small channel lock ones, but this is amazing. Get one of these. One of you guys actually said in the comments, maybe I can find it and put it here. If not, I'm just pointing randomly. To get one of these are the best. I have another reach tool, a little magnet tool. Forgot what brand this is, Milwaukee wire strippers dedicated for this. These are the ones that get used and abused on a regular basis. They have crimpers here, they have the bolt cutters, your wire cutters, your strippers, even like a little needle nose slash, I don't know, twisters at the end. Great tool. Don't know if there's any other brands that are that good. I had the Klein ones before, they're the same. I haven't seen anything too crazy, but these are great to have. Next up are the Knipex ripoffs, the Icon, I believe slip jaw they're called. It's stuck in here. I use these little straps in here. They're usually made for bait and all that, but I use them to hold the tools in place. The Icon slip jaws, I believe these are adjustable. I'm trying to do this on camera or off. Can't get that to focus properly, but you can slip jaw these. Let me see, get my other hand involved. There you go. You can slip jaw them so you can adjust how big of a bolt you can grab. They have the little offset, so when you grab certain bolts, it grabs them pretty solidly, and it has the open in the middle, so that way when you need to grab bolts straight on, you can grab them by the corners to give them a good little twist. Cool set to have. Gonna get the Knipex ones when I get a chance. Icon needle noses, no need to pull that out. They're just a regular pair of needle noses. Again, the same exact battery connector pliers that I have there, but in the to-go bag. Same crescent flush cutters and needle noses that I have in this bag. A couple of screwdrivers. These are like miscellaneous ones. I believe one's a Klein, one's a, let me see that brand, Master Mechanic. I don't know what brand or where this came from, but it's a little flathead, nothing crazy. The Milwaukee All-American Phillips #2, probably the most common Phillips that we use. Let me dig in here. Right now I have this extension that doesn't belong there. That was from another job. And get in there. All right, this one, you guys have seen this in one of my favorite tools videos. If you didn't, go back and watch it. This is cool. Small little 3/8 ratchet. You can use it as a palm ratchet, or you can open it up and you have a little bit of leverage. That way you can use it as a regular ratchet. Good to have, especially for like taking covers off. You need a little 3/8 ratchet to have with you all the time. I throw that in there. Next, moving on. On the side, I have this little connectors that hold all of these. So if I ever need sockets or these things, the hex sockets, I'll connect them to here, carry them with me to the job. A little magnetizer just in case I need that. In the front here, I have this little Icon multi-tool. It's like a stripper, crimper, plier type thing. Great tool to have. I mainly use it for the crimp function. And here I have, that was the other trucker honking the horn. And here I have my multi-tool. This is my regular Fluke 116, sorry, off camera. 116. Great, use it all the time. Shouldn't be throwing it like that, but I just did. Some heat shrink. In here I have some of the alligator connectors and stuff like that. Usually I'll put something else electrical related in here, usually either the zip ties or another pair of strippers or something like that. In here is usually where I throw my miscellaneous ones. Usually I have an extra one of these. I have one that comes with the strap. I'll toss this in here so that way if I run out of battery on that one, I have an extra one. And in here is electrical tape, and again, other miscellaneous small stuff that gets thrown in here. So all in all, those are my tool bags. This is the one I use for troubleshooting. Good to grab, quick and go. Just put it over my shoulder, run inside, figure it out. That one's more if, let's say I did figure out the issue, or if I know I'm gonna be inside working all day, I would take that bag with me, load it up whatever I need, rags or whatever, or I'll take a bucket, fill that up, take it with me to the job and do the job. But majority of the time I'm working out of this entrance in this toolbox. So hopefully you guys like that video. Hopefully you guys like the stuff. If you have any questions on any of this, what my true thoughts on a lot of this is, let me know. I'll reply to anything that comes up. So thanks for watching. Peace.